as it turns out, there are quite a few holidays in February, and I know we just did the Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year stuff. There might be a couple more of that to come, but I also didn't want to forget Valentine's Day for you all looking to make a very, pretty but really, easy dessert for your loved one, or for yourself. So when I was asking about your favorite, desserts, a lot of people said chocolate, blondies, brownies, cookies. But a lot of you also said like, hey, is there a way to make it like a bit healthier? We're just finished with the holidays, like I'm trying to stay off of sugar, like how do you do that? And so I thought that there would be no better recipe than the Dr. Greger Fudgey No-Bake Brownie. Only I have a couple of ingredients to kind of spice it up, make it really pretty for Valentine's Day. There's like 4, maybe 5 ingredients total. It is something that you guys can all go to your grocery store to get and then make it really in time for Valentine's Day. So let us start. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is soak the dates. The original recipe didn't really call for it, but it depends if you're using very dry dates versus just very soft dates. But either way, I recommend, it's a good idea to maybe soak it just for a little bit of time so that it blends really easily. So this is what the dates look like after they've been soaked. They're a lot softer, but if you're lazy, which is like me, and you don't want to like plan hours in advance, what I did was I actually soaked the dates in some water, and then I stuck it into the microwave for about like 2 minutes, and then you strain out the water, and it kind of does the same thing. It softens everything ever so slightly. So food processor, that is actually what is quite necessary in most of Dr. Greger's recipes. And he recommends you throw everything, kind of everything in, like the walnuts and the dates. What I'm going to recommend is just grind up all of your walnuts first, because once that's quite fine, you're not going to get anything that's overly gritty. Okay, that seems good. You just want it nice and fine because it's essentially gonna function very much like your flour in this recipe. I'm going to put in my softened dates. So that sometimes has a little bit of residual liquid from the soaking liquid, and just whiz all of that together until that's nice and smooth. Okay, so home stretch, pretty simple. Now we're going to throw in just really the rest of the ingredients. So here I have about 1/2 cup of almond butter. Always gets quite sticky. But this is what is going to provide like a really rich, creamy flavor, as opposed to adding things like butter or like other fats. Just add the whole thing. So just, ground up nuts. And then we have a ton of cocoa powder. So with cocoa powder, I'll say like just make sure to get the fair trade stuff if you can, because there are a lot of bad guys in the cocoa producing industry. So after that, just blend all of that together until it's nice and smooth again. Okay. So. So sometimes that last process of making sure that everything is smooth is hard for some people, but because we did everything in steps and everything was like nice and grounded up already, this last step is just really easy. So it pretty much smells like the most chocolatey brownie, albeit crumbly, brownie. So now we're just going to put it into a pan, press everything together, and then refrigerate it for like an hour, and everything should set. So for this last step, Dr. Greger normally does it with some pecans, chopped pecans, keeping it all very whole food. I chopped up some dark chocolate a little bit earlier, so if you guys wanted to do this and make this more luxurious, you can do that. But the pecans by themselves, they're absolutely delicious as well. And then, so I have a square pan here, and because it's no bake, you're essentially just squishing all of the brownie bits in. It's ridiculously delicious. So just sprinkle those chunks right in. And the good thing about like the dates being soaked before is sometimes this mixture does get a bit dry, so the little bit of water from the dates really brings everything together. Okay, so I just retrieved these from the fridge, and now we're just going to slice them up, and then I'll make them all pretty for you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this recipe. It is an amazing whole foods plant-based type of dessert. I make it like way more often than I should, but I hope you guys all have a lovely Valentine's Day, and yeah, have a nice weekend. Bye guys.